Let me ask you something that most doctors don't. When was the last time you stood up from a chair without using your hands? When was the last time you climbed a staircase without holding the railing, without fear? If that question makes you pause, good, because it means you're paying attention. You see, the first sign of sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, isn't pain. It's hesitation. It's the way you start to doubt your legs. Just a little. It's that tiny second of, should I, before you rise. And that hesitation, it grows. It turns into stiffness, imbalance, falls. And before you know it, you're sitting more than standing, watching more than living. But here's the truth. Sarcopenia is not an aging problem. It's an inactivity problem. And the best part, it is preventable, reversible, treatable, if and only if you do the right kind of movement. Not just walking, not just stretching, but one specific movement that activates your largest muscles, restores your balance, and protects your independence. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what that movement is. It's simple, it's safe, and it's so powerful that researchers at Women's Health Gov listed it as a core strategy to stop muscle decline in Americans over 60. But before we begin, I want to hear from you. Comment below, yes, if you've ever felt your legs weaken. No, if you're still moving strong. I read every comment because your story matters. And if you're here today, it means you're ready to protect what matters most. Your strength, your freedom, your future. Let's begin. Number 1, why exercise works when pills don't. Let me be direct. No pill will save your muscles. Not calcium, not vitamin D, not magnesium, not even your expensive multivitamin with the shiny gold label. These things can help support your system, but they will never activate your muscle fibers. And that's the difference, because muscle is built through motion, not medication. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm a doctor. I believe in medicine when it's necessary. But when it comes to sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, the strongest treatment isn't something you swallow. It's something you do. And it's written in black and white, straight from the source, in the 2025 federal guideline from Women's Health Gov. Physical activity is listed as the primary intervention for slowing, reversing, and even preventing sarcopenia in older adults. Let me repeat that. Exercise is the first line of defense. Not pills, not supplements, movement. Why? Because only movement sends the signal to your brain, your hormones, and your muscles that says, this tissue is still needed. Don't break it down. Build it up. Without that signal, your body assumes you no longer need strength, so it quietly starts taking it away. It's not personal, it's biology. Your body is efficient, and if you don't use something, it removes it to save energy. But here's the good news. You don't need to become a bodybuilder. You just need to move with intention consistently, safely, and in a way that challenges your body just enough to respond. And you don't need to guess which movements are best. That's exactly what we'll show you in this video, starting with the one-move doctors, physical therapists, and the U.S. Department of Health agree on. But first, comment below. Are you currently exercising regularly at least 3 days per week? Type yes if you are. Type not yet if you're just getting started. Your answer matters. Because awareness is the first step, and once you understand that no pill can replace the power of your own movement, you've already taken the most important step toward recovery. Number 2, what is the best type of exercise for sarcopenia? So now you know no pill can rebuild your muscle. Only movement can do that. But not all movement is created equal. Let's be clear, walking is good. It keeps your heart healthy. It supports your mood and circulation. It gets you outside and breathing. But walking alone won't stop muscle loss, because walking doesn't challenge your muscles enough to stimulate new growth. To reverse sarcopenia, you need a very specific kind of movement. Let me break it down. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, in its 2025 guideline, published on Women's Health, Gov recommends 4 key categories of physical activity to address muscle loss in older adults resistance training: exercises that challenge your muscles with force or weight, balance exercises, movements that stabilize and strengthen your lower body, aerobic activity, cardio to support heart and lung function, flexibility and stretching to maintain joint mobility and prevent injury. Now here's the truth. Only one of these directly builds muscle mass. That's resistance training. Resistance training is the gold standard. Why? Because it forces your muscles to work against resistance, whether that's your body weight, a resistance band, or a light dumbbell. And when muscles work against resistance, something amazing happens. They break down and then rebuild stronger. That's how you build strength, improve balance, reduce fall risk, and regain control of your body. Here's what resistance training looks like. Sit to stand from a chair. Wall push-ups. Step-ups. Banded leg extensions. Lightweight lifting. You don't need heavy barbells. You don't need a gym membership. You just need consistency and proper form. Now let's not forget the other types. Balance exercises keep you from falling. Cardio helps oxygen delivery. Stretching reduces stiffness, but only resistance training builds strength. That makes it your foundation, the pillar that supports everything else. And within resistance training, there's one movement that combines lower body strength, core stability, balance, and functional independence. We'll reveal that movement in the next section. But for now, let me ask you, are you doing resistance training right now? Do you know if your workouts are actually stimulating muscle growth? Comment below yes, I do resistance training, or no, I'm not sure if I am. We're about to show you exactly what to do and how to do it safely. Because when it comes to sarcopenia, movement is medicine, but only if it's the right kind. Number 3, the Subaru One Move Back by Science Sit to Stand. If I had to choose just one movement for my patients over 60 to do every day, it wouldn't be jogging, it wouldn't be yoga, it wouldn't be lifting heavy weights, it would be sit to stand. That's right, standing up from a chair and sitting back down, over and over again, with control, without using your hands. It may sound simple, but it's not easy, and that's exactly why it works. Sit to stand is the single most powerful, science-backed, joint-safe, real-world movement to prevent muscle loss and preserve independence. Let's break it down. According to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, sit to stand is a foundational movement that engages your quadriceps, glutes, and core, the major muscles that keep you upright. Improves balance and coordination. Directly mimics real-life tasks, standing from a chair, toilet, or bed. Strengthens the nervous system muscle connection called neuromuscular firing. Lowers the risk of falls and future disability. In short, this movement trains your legs, brain, and balance all at once. And it doesn't require any equipment, just a chair, your body, and 2 to 5 minutes of daily practice. Here's how to do it right. Sit on a firm, stable chair. Keep your feet flat on the ground, hip width apart. Cross your arms over your chest, no pushing off the chair. Lean forward slightly, then press through your heels to stand up fully. Sit down with control, don't collapse or flop. Repeat 10 times, rest, then do one more round if able. Start slow, focus on form. If 10 reps is too much, do 5. If you need your hands at first, that's okay, but work toward doing it hands-free. The goal, work up to 2 sets of 10 reps, 5 or 6 days per week. According to a 2024 report in the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy, seniors who performed sit to stand consistently for 4 weeks showed measurable gains in leg strength. Balance. Confidence in mobility. This one move builds the kind of strength that lets you get off the couch. Stand from the toilet. Climb stairs. Stay on your feet when life tries to knock you down. That's not just fitness. That's freedom. So tell me in the comments, how many sit to stands can you do today without using your hands? Let's find out where you are. because from there, we build. Number 4, mistakes people make when doing sit to stand. Now that you know sit to stand is one of the most powerful tools to fight muscle loss, let's talk about how most people get it wrong. Because here's the truth. Doing this exercise wrong can limit your results or even cause injury. And I've seen it too many times. People rush, people cheat, people focus on finishing instead of feeling the movement. Let's fix that right now. Here are the 5 most common mistakes older adults make when doing sit to stand and how to correct each one. Mistake 1, using hands to push off the chair. Yes, it makes it easier, but it takes the challenge away from your legs. Fix it. Cross your arms over your chest. If needed, start by placing your hands on your thighs but work toward going hands-free over time. Mistake 2, letting momentum do the work. Jerking your body forward and using speed to stand up doesn't build strength. It builds bad habits. Fix it, slow down. Pause before each rep. Use muscle, not momentum. Mistake 3, collapsing into the chair. If you flop down instead of lowering with control, you're missing half the benefit and risking injury to your spine and knees. Fix it, lower slowly. Think of sitting down into strength, not just dropping down. Mistake 4, feet too far forward or backward. Poor foot placement throws off your balance and reduces muscle activation. Fix it. Place your feet directly under your knees, flat on the floor, hip width apart. Mistake 5, not breathing properly. Holding your breath during movement can raise blood pressure and reduce stability. Fix it. Breathe out as you stand. Breathe in as you sit. Keep it steady and natural. Doing sit to stand correctly turns it from just another movement into a foundational strength builder that transforms your legs, balance, and confidence. And trust me, it's not about perfection. It's about presence, about control, about moving with purpose. Because every rep is a message to your body, I'm still here. I still want to stand tall. So don't rush. Don't guess. Don't just get through it. Instead, comment below. Which of these mistakes have you made before? Let's correct them together. Because when you move with awareness, you move with power. Number 5, how to build a full routine. Around this one move, you've learned the sit to stand. You've corrected the mistakes. Now, the question is what comes next, because one move can spark change, but a simple, structured routine can transform your body. You don't need to exercise for hours. You don't need a gym or equipment. You just need consistency, intention, and the right sequence. Here's how to build a complete daily muscle-saving routine, starting with sit to stand and adding just a few supporting movements. Your 15-minute stay strong routine for older adults. 1, sit to stand, lower body strength. 2 sets of 10 reps, builds quads, glutes, core, improves balance, mobility, and confidence. 2, wall push-ups, upper body strength. 2 sets of 10 reps, stand arm length from a wall, hands shoulder width, strengthens chest, shoulders, arms, and supports posture. 3, heel raises ankle plus calf activation. 2 sets of 12 reps. Hold on to a chair or wall. Strengthens calves, improves circulation and walking stability. 4, march in place balance, plus core activation. 1 minute, stand tall, lift knees one at a time. Improves coordination, balance and neuromuscular connection. 5, seated hamstring stretch flexibility. Hold 20 seconds per leg. Sit at the edge of your chair. Extend one leg. Reach toward your foot. Increases leg flexibility and reduces lower back tension. That's it. 5 moves. 15 minutes. No equipment. And everything your aging body needs to protect against muscle loss and immobility. This is functional training not for looks, but for life. Because each of these moves mimics real-world demands standing up. Pretty you went up and curbing, reaching, lifting, balancing, walking safely. Together, they form your daily armor against sarcopenia. And let me tell you something as a doctor. It's better to do this every day for 15 minutes than to go all out once a week and burn out. Small daily effort beats big inconsistent effort every single time. So here's your challenge. Try this 15-minute routine 5 days this week. Track how you feel. Write down your reps. Notice how your legs respond, how your balance improves, how your energy rises. And then do it again next week. Because consistency builds momentum. Momentum builds confidence. And confidence keeps you out of a wheelchair. Will you try the full Stay Strong routine this week? Let's build your strength. Let's protect your independence. Let's make this movement your medicine. Number 6, track progress or risk losing it. You're showing up. You're doing the work. Now it's time to ask the question most people avoid, is it working? Because here's the truth, if you're not tracking your progress, you're not truly in control of your recovery. And when it comes to sarcopenia, time isn't neutral. You're either gaining muscle or losing it. There's no standing still. So how do you know if your strength routine is actually working? You measure it. You don't need a fancy app. You don't need a trainer. You just need a notebook, a chair, and a little honesty. Here are the 3 simple metrics I recommend to every patient over 60. 1. Sit to stand test. Once a week, time yourself. How many sit to stands can you do in 30 seconds? Write it down. Track your number weekly. Even a 1-rep improvement is a win. 2. 2-minute walk test. Walk back and forth in your home or hallway for 2 minutes. Count how many steps you take. Are you moving more freely this week than last 3? Stair strength check. Time how long it takes you to go up 5 steps. Repeat every Sunday. If it's getting easier, you're building power where it counts most. These aren't just numbers. They're your evidence. Your proof that what you're doing matters. Because if you don't track it, you'll rely on guesswork. And guesswork is the enemy of progress. When you track, you stay present. You notice the small gains. You stay accountable not to me, but to yourself. And that builds something far more powerful than just stronger legs. It builds belief. Belief that you're capable, that change is real, that your future is still under your control. So here's my challenge to you. Pick one metric, sit to stand, walk test, or stair check. Track it this week, write it down, then repeat next week and the week after that, because what gets measured gets better. Comment below which test will you start with. Let's commit to progress, not perfection. Number 7, real recovery starts with one move, but requires consistency. Let me say something clearly. You don't need to be perfect to rebuild your strength. You don't need to train like an athlete. You don't need to spend hours a day in motion. And you certainly don't need fancy equipment, protein shakes, or gym memberships. What you need is consistency, because real recovery doesn't happen in one big moment. It happens quietly, in the small choices, in the simple repetition, in the quiet decision to show up even when you don't feel like it. If you do 1 sit to stand today and 2 tomorrow, if you track your progress week by week, if you build a routine that fits your life, not someone else's, then you've already won. Because sarcopenia is not a force that strikes overnight. It builds slowly, over years, and that means it can be fought the same way day by day, rep by rep, breath by breath. The number 1 reason older adults fail to rebuild strength isn't age. It's inconsistent. They start, they stop, they doubt, they delay. And I get it. Life is busy. Pain is real. Motivation fades. But the body doesn't respond to sometimes. It responds to consistency. Even just 15 minutes a day, repeated 5 days a week, can change your future. According to the National Institute on Aging, seniors who followed a simple strength and balance routine for 6 weeks reduced their fall risk by over 30% just by staying consistent. Let that sink in. Not intense, not advanced, just consistent. You already have the tools. You know the moves. You've taken the first step. Now all you need is to keep showing up. So let me ask you, What's one small promise you can make to your body and keep? Is it doing sit to stand every morning after coffee? Stretching before bed? Tracking your progress every Sunday? Whatever it is, commit to it now. Because recovery doesn't begin with perfection. It begins with repetition. And the more you repeat, the more your body will remember. Comment below. What's your commitment this week? Let's anchor it together. Because when you move with intention, you heal with momentum. What to expect in 30 days of sit-to-stand training. So maybe you're still wondering, can something this simple really make a difference? Yes, it can, but you have to give it 30 days. Not 30 perfect days, not 30 gym days, just 30 days of showing up one sit-to-stand at a time. Here's what most people experience. Week 1, slight soreness. Muscles wake up. You'll notice how stiff your legs were. Week 2, movements feel smoother. You're standing up with less effort. Week 3, improved balance. Your knees feel stronger. Week 4, more confidence. You're not bracing yourself every time you get out of a chair. That's not theory, that's biology. And it's your future, if you stay consistent. But maybe you're thinking, I don't feel motivated. I don't feel fit. Maybe exercise just isn't for me. If that's you, then listen closely. In our next video, we'll answer the big question. Is exercise really the only way to keep your muscles strong, or are there other options that work just as well? You might be surprised by the answer. Comment below. Have you tried sit to stand consistently for even 7 days? If not, start now. Because one move, done daily, can change everything.